Oh, all right, cool. All right, so let's begin. Welcome, guys. We're back. In Our Mom's Basement is back again after, well, a very long layoff. Of course, I'm Rage Quit Pat. I am joined by Headshot Dan and No Show Barbosa. What's going on, guys?
What's going on? It feels good.
What's up?
Been a while.
It's good to be back. It's been a long time, but you know we're picking it off here in August. I like to think that August is the kickoff of all of 2017 of all the major releases. It's been a light early start of 2017. Wouldn't you guys agree as far as games go?
Yeah, there wasn't really too much coming out this year, and especially when games getting delayed and everything, there hasn't been really too much.
Yeah, I mean, there were some solid hitters, like, within, like, May, you know, Injustice 2 and everything, but, like, it was just, like, one hitter, and then, bam, stops. And then it comes another hitter, but, like, it's been like that for a little while.
Yeah, 2017 definitely, and then, you know, of course, the game, everyone was looking forward to that, you know, kind of was a highly anticipated release, got a lot of very bad mixed reviews, so that kind of hurt 2017 a little bit too. But yeah, so far Injustice has been the show stealer as far as, you know, especially it being a fighting game as of right now. So far that's been the good start. Crash Bandicoot also came out, which also has been that was also kind of a heavy hitter for the PlayStation fans. But you know, let's get started with the now. You know, just kind of a quick rundown of how 2017 went. But let's get started with the now. Let's begin with the you know, obviously this little Super NES was announced a few weeks ago, and I mean, no surprise there. Nintendo was a great success for the classic NES. So initially, how was your guys' reaction to the Super NES Mini? Were you guys shocked, or were you guys like, well, no surprise?
I like it. I think it's a pretty cool console. It looks just like it, but I'm not gonna run to the store and pick it up. And I still got the Super Nintendo actually, so I'm in no rush to pick that up.
No Show. How do you feel? No Show.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really surprised because there were rumors going on before, and that the classic brand wasn't just one final system; it was going to be multiple of them. I wasn't surprised when they announced. I was like, wow, that was actually early, to be honest. Maybe I thought they were going to take another year since they're still like facing supply constraints with the Switch. But yeah, it came out of nowhere, and I was just like, all right, they're ready to continue the brand. And I think this is not the last system we were going to see, to be honest.
I don't think so. So do you think next year that maybe Nintendo will come out with a mini N64? I mean, how crazy do you think that would be? Do you think they would be? Do you think that's something that's possible? Because
yeah.
if they're going cycles, yeah, if they're going cycles, you know, they did the classic NES. They did the Super NES, and next is, you know, 64. So, do you think so, Dan? What do you think?
If they did a mini N64, I would definitely pick that up. I mean, I still got mine, but N64 is probably still one of my favorite consoles. So that'd be pretty awesome.
Do you think they would have trouble with the tech though, fitting that in a miniature size?
No, not
Do you
at
think
all.
they'll have problem? No.
Yeah, I definitely think it's possible. I mean, there was a rumors going on about patents with a Nintendo 64 controller already. So
yeah, I saw that. Yep, I heard about that. Yep, absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. I mean, I don't know how many games there are. If you could see the, you know, Super Nintendo Classic right now, it's only 20 games versus I think 21 games. Yeah, to be exact.
That's
30,
I'm glad I'm glad you brought that up, because we're actually, you know, we're going to run down the games. We'll throw up the price tag and, you know, see if the price tag makes sense. But we're going to start in alphabetical order. So we're going to start with Contra 3, Alien Wars. Then we're going to run it down to Donkey Kong Country, my personal favorite. It's one of the best platformers I've ever played on, especially the Super NES. Earthbound. We have Final Fantasy 3.
You're breaking up there. Oh, Pat,
Kirby's Dream.
You're breaking up, buddy.
Buddy, you're breaking up.
Does he hear us? I don't even know if he hears us.
I'm not too sure, to be honest.
You're breaking up. We can't hear anything you're saying.
What?
You're breaking up.
Is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now, man. But you need to get
Is it
like,
better
hardwired
now?
or something, man. Like,
Your voice was just stopping midway.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really annoying. It sucks.
all right, so all we
Is it
heard
good
was
now?
Donkey Kong, yeah.
All right, so Donkey Kong. After Donkey Kong, we have Earthbound. Then we also have Final Fantasy III. No show. I know you're a big Final Fantasy guy, so that looks good.
Definitely, 100%. I'm excited to play that again, for sure.
F-Zero, if you like futuristic racing, that game is awesome. Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Course, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I know it's a personal favorite for you as well.
100%.
Mega Man X. I've never played the Mega Man series, but I would definitely play it once I get the console. Secret of Mana, Star Fox, and the unreleased Star Fox 2. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Castlevania, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which is probably one of the hardest games I've ever played. Super Mario Kart, Super Mario RPG, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Punch-Out, and Yoshi's Island. Now,
There it goes again.
I know.
That horrible, horrible internet.
Yeah, did I get cut out again?
Yeah, you definitely did for the last. I heard Super Mario and I think Super Punch Out, and that was kind of like it.
Oh, well, yeah, this internet's bad. Where did I? So after that, we'll just run it down. Then there was Yoshi's Island. That was the last one. Yoshi's Island was the last one.
I don't know. I don't see a reason to pick it up. I mean, even if I did, I'll probably only play a few games like Punch Out, Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart, Star Fox, Mega Man. Not too many games I'll really play. Maybe like Donkey Kong Country. Those are probably the only games I'll play on that. Anyways.
It's a solid price. I mean, they definitely took advantage of like the $60 price point, and now they bumped up another 20. I think they definitely see the value for the customers. A lot of people are like want nostalgia. Like you see a lot of people, they miss the old games and everything, especially in the '90s children and before that, people that grew up with it. Like they're like, wow, I want to play these games again, and this is like easy access. You plug it in, put your HDMI on, not a converter or anything like that, and here you go. You can play the old titles.
Well, you take a look also, the price tag does make sense too, because you look at these games by themselves, they go for $25, $30, $35, especially if they're mint condition too. If they're new and unsealed, unopened, they're also ridiculous in price. So I think the $80 price tag is generous, to be honest, as far as the Nintendo price goes. I think $80 is smart for Nintendo. And how do you guys feel about the I heard a rumor that actually going to take pre-orders on it after the debacle of last year with everyone going crazy and could barely find any.
Honestly, that was the right move, to be honest. It's a lot of people were mad that they couldn't get it. You have a lot of scalpers out there, flipping the price to almost like 3 times what it is supposed to be. They cut, you remember, right? The Nintendo Classic lasted for a while. There were spurs of moments that they were in stock, and then out of nowhere, they just cut it out. They're like, guys, we're done with it. But they did say that, the pre-orders are going to be open sometime this month, and also that they're going to be stocking the holiday other than pre-orders. So it looks more positive, but honestly, we have to see it when it happens.
Yeah, what it comes down to also is with scalpers is that they'll pick up like 3 at a time, and they'll flip it, and they'll just screw everyone else out of it. But hopefully Nintendo's smart this year with the classic NES, the Mini, and people, kids, and everyone could get their hands on it. So, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like I said, hopefully they do well and they're smart with it this time.
You're picking
and
it
they're
up?
not. I'm absolutely going to pick it up, 100%, definitely.
Here we go again.
I love both one.
Sorry.
Yoshi's Island, Kirby. I know. Here we go.
His face even goes in slow motion. Alright, I think you're good now.
I think it stabilized itself.
Yeah. So, as I was saying, all those games that are coming out, I'm definitely excited for. Yoshi's Island, Mario Kart, Super Mario World. Definitely picking those up.
Yeah, you get it. Let me know how it is. Maybe I'll come by and play.
No.
Oh damn,
Oh.
savage.
Yeah, there's definitely looking nice for Nintendo this year. Overall, I think they're doing extremely well with the Switch, and the classic brand is definitely a testament that for people that thought that the company was like taking a struggle and hitting down the ground, I don't think it's happening anymore. I think they're resurfacing.
Yeah, and you got the people who say
And then the
Nintendo
only
Switch sucks, and then ends up buying it.
Yeah, exactly. But then in due time, we'll see if they'll come out with a mini super. Mini super. Mini N64. I
Yeah,
can't
there you
talk.
go.
I keep saying super. Sorry. All right. So that's on that subject. So two of us think that we're going to get it. That are going to get it. Dan is just going to sit in the sidelines. So now, it's the month of August, and I feel that the games are starting to finally pump out compared to the beginning of the year. So let's begin with one of the more recent titles that's coming out on Tuesday that, Barbosa and I played, which is a Telltale series, Batman Telltale Season 2, which came out of nowhere. That was like a surprise announcement. Telltale had a trailer which announced their future games, and that was one of them. So, Barbosa, how do you feel about Season 2?
It looks interesting. Like the Riddler is in it. He looks like he's more brutal than usual. To be honest, like you saw the one scene that I'm not sure which character what it was, but he was like getting stuck into some machine and it was about to cut him up. I think he's gonna be. I think the detective part of Batman is gonna be even bigger now with him. Like I feel like we're gonna play through his mind games and his puzzles. Rhymes, riddles, to be honest. So there's a lot of stuff happening there. I'm actually excited for it to see where it goes. I mean, after Walking Dead and next season, I think this is going to be one of the titles that's going to continue for a little longer now.
Yeah, they announced that Season 4 of The Walking Dead is the final season. But yes, Batman Season 1 was fantastic. A little bit weird how they announced it with the Joker and everything, and the Joker is, of course, at the start, but who knows? Telltale likes to do a lot of switches, so we'll see if Riddler is continuously the main villain.
Yeah, it definitely looks pretty fucking awesome.
Well, Season 1 was fantastic. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
the way it
I like
ended,
Season 1.
where you found that. You what?
I played Season 1. We shared our decisions together.
That's right. Yeah. Season 2, I can't wait. I mean, Dan, how do you feel about this with Riddler, and now more of the Joker?
I think it's pretty awesome. I mean, I'm not too big into the Batman world, but the game is awesome. It looks awesome. The storyline looks pretty good. I've never seen the trailer either, so this is the first time watching the trailer.
So your reaction as you're watching it through it, you see like the Joker now's got the green hair, and then you got the Riddler. So what's your reaction?
And I really like the Joker in number 1. Hopefully, the Joker definitely brings back the same energy in number 2. But the Riddler, man, fucking love the Riddler, man.
He seems a little bit more. Yeah, he seems a little bit more ruthless than he normally is. So we'll see what kind of riddles he has in store for us. Season 2 kicks off August 8th, Tuesday. Enemy Within, as you saw, and I can't wait.
Yeah, it's almost there, guys.
Yeah,
Really.
Tuesday. Yep.
As Pat was saying, honestly, August is the actual beginning of the fall, not it's late September and October.
Yeah. I mean that's off to a good start. I love Telltale. I love what they're doing with their games. How surprised are you just to?
Wow, what is that?
Ow. Oh, looper.
Jeez.
There's something going on here once.
No, this hurts.
Got it.
I think we got a headset fail here.
All right, we all right?
Yeah, I guess we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're having a lot of technical difficulties today, so it's it's perfectly fine. But I mean, how like that announcement that season 4 is ending Walking Dead. How did you feel about that? How do you guys feel about that? Just to kind of switch a little bit real quick.
I think that is probably still one of my favorite Telltales, and You know, even when it ends, I mean, they got to be doing something else with it. They got to be doing like a spin-off. They have to be bringing another kind of a Walking Dead story to it, like you know how they did, you know, Fear the Walking Dead.
Yeah, well, they said that this is the end of Clementine's story, so who knows? Maybe they could move on to somebody else in the universe, maybe.
I'm certainly going to miss Clementine a lot.
Yeah, she's played a big role in every single season. So they said this ends her story, so who knows? Barbosa, how do you feel season 4 being the final season?
You know, it's like, you know, Dan was saying, like, you know, Clementine's going to be missed, but I think, you know, there's so much you can extend this story for and then just kind of continually keep going. Like, you can't, like, you know, like, saturate a story. So, you know, it's better off ending in a 4th season than going to the 7th season and people just stop caring about the characters.
And that's the game that put them on the map. I mean, they've always been on the map. They've all had some great games before that. Sam and Max, Back to the Future. But Walking Dead was definitely the game that has granted them as much success as they've had right now with a lot of games like Batman, Wolf Among Us, which they announced season 2 as well. They're also doing Guardians of the Galaxy right now, which has been a lot of fun so far. A lot of fun so far. Game of Thrones they've done a lot. Tales from the Borderlands they've done a lot. So Telltale has a lot in store, definitely, and I can't wait. August 8th, Batman, the Telltale series season 2. Now we move on to a couple other games. For Saints Row fans, or actually no, we'll stay on the topic of point and click. Life is Strange: Before the Storm. Square Enix announced the prequel to the series, of course. How do you guys feel about that? Barbosa, I know you've played Life is Strange. How do you feel about that no-show?
Definitely interesting. Like, there was rumors about it before that, like, kind of leaked that there was a prequel happening. I didn't know it was going to be this quick. Like, it just, like, came, and I was just like, all right, cool. I enjoyed the first one, and I'm interested to find out what happened, like, as the information that will give you.
So how do you feel that you play as Chloe and you kind of figure out, well, now we're seeing why Chloe became the way she is, and with everything with Max and how she didn't forgive Max for leaving her. So it's pretty interesting that we
100% agree with you on that. Like, you know, because you see it through one perspective, one character, right? You connect to that character, you feel with their emotions and everything. You're like, all right, I get that perspective, but why Chloe, you know, behaved that way towards you? Like, you never understood. So now it's going to give you an intake why she became the person she became till the point of
which is kind of like a rebel, you know, dealing like, you know, the type of people she hung out with, like the guy, one of the main antagonists in the game, who really actually wasn't the main antagonist. So you kind of see the story through her perspective, which is pretty interesting. I'm very excited. I love Life is Strange. It was a very underrated game. Square Enix did a great job on this game. I mean, for somebody else besides Telltale to do a game like this, I mean, that was pretty interesting. And it was off to a slow start with Life is Strange, but now it picked up well. And then as you see, as we look at the trailer here, Chloe, you saw the scene where her father dies. You see the scene where she meets one of the main antagonist, I believe his name was Rick, and you kind of see that she's transforming into a girl that was normal, like as Max was. Max was very normal, very quiet, and now she's become this whole other person. And you also see, Barbosa, I don't know if you remember the story of Life is Strange, the girl Amanda, I believe, went missing, and now you see Chloe has met her, and you kind of see, now you'll probably see...
I remember that. They showed that, like, as, like, on one of the last scenes of the trailer to kind of give you impact. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, whoa, that's the girl that went missing in Season 1, and we didn't find out till the end what happened, but now we get to see, in Chloe's eyes, what happened and everything. So, Dan, is this something that you're interested in, or... Because I know you play Telltale, you know...
I have number 1. I bought it. I just haven't got around to playing it. I mean, before I watched the trailer to Before the Storm, I had no idea what the hell this even was. And then I saw the trailer and I was like, "Oh, this game actually looks pretty goddamn awesome." So I definitely want to check out number 1, and then I'm probably most definitely gonna pick up number 2 because everyone raves about it. Everyone's giving it a good review. Number 1, a good review. So I'm definitely gonna pick it up.
Each episode is the same thing like Telltale. It's about an hour and a half. So you could definitely, you know, bomb through it on a weekend. If you're not working, you could definitely bomb through the whole game. It's a great game. I mean, Very underrated. No Show Barbosa is actually the one that told me about it. I saw it and I really wasn't that interested, but No Show was like, "Yo, you gotta check this game out. It's it's like the Telltale games. It's a point and click." I was like, "All right, let me check it out," and I was hooked in, and I finished it, and I can't wait for the prequel because I actually want to see what the hell happened with Chloe. Definitely very excited.
Yeah, it's definitely on the list.
Well, that's good for a YouTube segment. Our YouTube segment, never first time playing, so
Wow.
you could run through it, and you could run through that.
Yes, we can.
Very good game. I can't wait for episode 1. Barbosa, would you be are you picking this up day one as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's a good price. There's actually a deluxe edition as well. It's only $24.99 or $19.99. It's a $5 difference. If you want to, I would definitely pick it up. Like, honestly, recommend it. It's like one of the point and click top notch games, I would say.
Wait, how much is the game?
The deluxe one, I think it comes with additional content on it. It's like $24.99, and then I think it's $19.99 standard price.
Really, $20 just for a standalone game? That's great.
Yeah,
that's pretty good. Wow.
And also, the release date is August 31st, if anyone's wondering. So that's the end of August. But hey, I mean, boy,
I'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, I know.
Trust me, yeah.
100%. Definitely looking forward to it. And also, now we move on to our next title. If you're a Saints Row fan, kind of a little switch. We're now playing more of like the good guys, but still like in the wacky sort of sense. Agents of Mayhem, which also comes out this month. I'm a huge Saints Row fan. I've played every single one of them. How do you guys feel? I mean, I know you guys might have touched a little bit on Saints Row, but how do you guys feel about we're not getting Saints Row 5, we're getting a completely new IP, Agents of Mayhem. How did you guys initially feel about it?
I wasn't a big fan of Saints Row. This game doesn't look that bad at all. So, I mean, I'm not going to pick it up day one. I want to see how people react to it first. Maybe there's a demo, let me try the demo out real quick. And then debate from there. It doesn't look too bad.
Yeah, it looks interesting. It looks fun. Like it's not a game you can't take serious. Like it's a game that you go and play and just craze chaos. It looks it looks really cool. And then also the cool part is, if you pre-order it, you get Johnny Gat, and then that's
Johnny Gat. Yeah.
And the crazy part of this is the actual story of Agents of Mayhem is God asked I think the Saints Row to create these multiple universes. If you have one wish, and Agents of Mayhem is one of the universes that Johnny Gat actually created. It's this insane story.
The Volition. They know. I mean, at the beginning, Saints Row was a GTA clone where it was trying to compete with GTA. Then around the third one, they were just like, screw this, and they don't. I mean, like you just said, it's a wacky, fun game. Just go around. The story is just going to be just completely nonsense. The story is not going to be your groundbreaking RPG Mass Effect story. It's just going to complete utter nonsense. And you have different agents that different special abilities. I'm excited. Like I said, I love Saints Row. I played the entire series. I can't wait to play this game. And then if you pre-order it, I believe through GameStop. I think GameStop only has it. You get Johnny Gat. The other ones do not have it. I don't think so. I pre-ordered through Amazon, so I'm not sure. But I think GameStop is only doing Johnny Gat.
Yeah, I think that's it, honestly. Yeah, there's other ones. I'm checking it out right now. But yeah, Johnny Gat is actual limited exclusive. But yeah, that's interesting. There's other characters too. If you look online, there's a couple of digital deluxe ones. It's interesting. There's a lot of versatile characters too. You can choose a bunch of them with different skills and skins too, which looks awesome.
And then I believe it has co-op too. So I mean, it doesn't hurt to have a couple of your buddies running around the city and just
it looks like it's a three players.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-player co-op. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, it's going to be a little bit different because the Saints, the Saints started out as a gang. Then, like I said, it just went to complete, utter nonsense with everything. So, I mean, this one's going to be a little bit different. You're your agents. I mean, it looks awesome. It looks so much fun. I love this developing team, Volition. This almost looks like kind of, Sunset Overdrive-ish. I wish they made more games like that, where it's just go out through the city, just do a lot of wacky crap. The story is just complete utter nonsense. I know if you guys ever, I know you remember Sunset Overdrive. That was a great game. And then this one looks like it's a lot of fun. This one releases August 15th. Again, if you did pre-order at GameStop, you do get Johnny Gat, which everyone, if you played the Saints Row series, I mean, who doesn't know Johnny Gat?
I know, right?
Exactly. I mean, everyone loves Johnny Gat. That's like one of the main stages.
Yeah, he's like one of the favorite characters that I think almost a lot of people have it, to be honest. He's like the one character you never forget about.
Yeah, he's died. He's come back as a zombie. And as you see, we got this, like, as I'm looking at the trailer, you have like this Hulk-looking character. Like, he looks like the Incredible Hulk. Not this guy. The next, like, one guy looks like the Incredible Hulk, which is...
You customize him from what I saw in the beginning of the video.
Yeah, the customization in a lot of their games have always been very wacky. So, I mean, the only downfall to this game, honestly, is that you can't run around with a dildo anymore. I mean, I'm very disappointed with that. Like in Saints Row, you had a dildo bat. Doesn't look like you could bring that. It doesn't look like you have that anymore. So that's pretty upsetting. You can't beat up people with dildos. Yeah, we got like a Incredible Hulk right there. Barbosa, second, but your character, Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Yeah, I mean,
AJ, yeah, definitely. I want to try like the other characters. I think there's one that's called Hollywood.
Yeah, well, you take a look at, like, as I'm looking at the gameplay, he just like kind of warped into the car. It looks like it's the same exact style of Saints Row. It looks like they really haven't changed the gameplay much, which is fine by me. I always enjoyed the gameplay, but yeah, I know that character you talk about, Hollywood. But yeah, this game looks. Yeah, now he just switched to the Incredible Hulk. So it looks like when you're playing single player, you switch in between the characters. But then, of course, yeah, like we mentioned before, 3-player co-op. So that's definitely worth it. I'm getting an Xbox One if anyone cares. But Ages of Mayhem, August 15th. Yeah, it looks awesome. I can't wait. And I'm happy you could drive in a car again, because I don't know if you played Saints Row 4 where there was like no point in driving in a car.
Oh yeah, superpower, fly.
Yeah. What was the point? Yeah, what was the point of driving in a car? It was pointless. Yeah, it was ridiculous. But can't wait. Ages of Mayhem. That'll definitely, this will suck up a couple hours for us. Now we move on to a little standalone game that's a branch out into the Uncharted universe. We have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Now, many questions remained. What were they going to do with the series after, Nathan Drake? They said Nathan Drake is done, but now we pick up as Chloe Barbosa. When you first saw that trailer, I know we talked about it. How do you feel that we're playing as Chloe, who was? Do you feel that she's a beloved character? How did you feel about Chloe as a character?
100%. She's a great character. I was just like, she's adventurous. She's kind of a lot like Nate, like she has that spirit about her. She's a little bit, snarky and everything. So she has really cool qualities. I think she's a good starting character, but you can't forget Nadine is also part of it. Like, that's the other cool part, too.
And she was an antagonist in Uncharted 4. She was one of the antagonists, and she escaped. So, I mean, we get to see kind of how both of them play out. Of course, we've always had Nate and Sully. Yeah. Then we had, Nate and his brother in Part 4. I mean, now we get to see some different chemistry between these two. Dan, I know how do you feel about graphically, this game looks fantastic also. And I know Barbosa.
I never played an Uncharted game before, so. But this game looks awesome. Like, graphical wise, it looks freaking awesome. Especially if you're playing on a 4K TV. Whew.
Barbosa, you have a PlayStation 4. How do you feel? How do you think this is going to run on the Pro?
I think it's going to run great. From what it seems like, it uses the same engine that Uncharted 4 did, and Uncharted 4 looks beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, it was like when it came out, it was like the engine, like the graphics of it, like the cutscenes.
Com4, welcome to the channel.
Yeah, there was no issues with it or anything like that. You were kind of like, wow about it. Like, I can't wait. I mean, this is a good standalone. It's actually 10 hours, so it's not like a
Yeah,
small
exactly.
game.
Yeah.
What's
It's
going
not
on,
like
Brando?
a 2 hour. So I feel like this is a good step up for them. I think after this, it's all hands on Last of Us.
Last of Us, absolutely. I mean, do you think that we will get more branching out in the Uncharted universe, or you think this is it? Which it's just going to be Chloe and Nadine, and that's it. But as you said before, I'm sorry, 10 hours compared to the other DLC, like for the Last of Us, that was only about
2 hours.
2 hours, yeah, right around there. But the 10-hour game for $40, not bad.
Yeah, definitely
That's not bad at all.
made by Naughty Dog. You know, you can't like right now. Naughty Dog has been on the track, and it's been good every single title so far. So you can't be like, oh hey, I'm not too sure about this game. Like you hear Naughty Dog, you automatically think pristine, prestige game. That's it. So I'm excited for it. 10 hours is definitely one of the games I've been looking forward to play. Because Uncharted 4 was a great adventure. And I think Lost Legacy is going to give you that same feeling that, some of us are missing right now, that we need it. It's been a dry season.
It's just going to be tough. Nathan Drake was such a beloved character. I believe he is the face of PlayStation at this point. If you had to ask me who I felt was the face of Sony, as you know, Microsoft has, Master Chief, Nintendo has Mario. If you had to pick, as far as Sony goes, I definitely think it's Nathan Drake. So I did love Chloe in Uncharted 2 especially. She was awesome in Part 2. Now we get to play as her, but I wonder what's going to go on with Nadine. Is she going to stay loyal with Chloe? I mean, only time will tell. We will see.
I think it's like while Chloe's wild and free, Nadine is like the opposite of her. She's like the strict and center, she has her head together, she doesn't do anything crazy. So I think they balance each other out, and it seems like we're gonna find out a lot for both of them. Like we're gonna find out a lot about Chloe's father, which the adventure revolves around.
I think,
Yeah.
I think someone disagrees with you, Pat.
Pando, you disagree? Which part? The face of PlayStation, of Sony, or so? Who would you say if that's what you disagree with? I'm curious to see. Face of Sony? No way! Get out of here!
Really?
Get out of here! No way! Oh, No Show Barbosa might agree with you, but I don't think so.
Yeah, Final Fantasy, it's a third party. It always comes down to the when Final Fantasy was only Sony exclusive, that might have been real. But now, it's completely different.
Sorry, go ahead, finish. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying, it would have been real back in the day. But now I think Sony, the first party games are the ones that become the faces of this, the actual companies.
Crash Bandicoot, I do agree with, but for PlayStation 1, that was when Crash was the face of Sony back in the PlayStation 1 days. But then afterwards, I would say PS3 on the PS4, it's been Nathan Drake. 100%. Cloud, yeah, of course. I mean, what are you going to do?
So it's No Show, so.
I
so
feel
No
for you.
Show.
I feel for you,
So
alright?
No
Cloud
Show,
is a
no.
great character, but...
But Uncharted Lost Legacy, August 22nd, $40. Like No Show said, 10 hours, that is a bargain. And there are some games that are 10 hours that are $60. So, they should do more stuff like this, where if a game's that short, we should only pay friggin'
Yeah, I think it's
$40.
gonna have more. Horizon Zero Dawn is going to have a DLC this year too, so it's happening. I think we're going to see more minor, small experiences for a lower price, but still you get that wow factor from it.
Exactly, but also I agree with you too. When they're done with this, it's all hands on deck for Last of Us 2, and I can't wait to see if that story twist we were saying is true. No, you could ask us. You could ask us something. What's up, Pando? That's why the chat is here. Ask us anything. It don't matter. Ask us whatever you like. As I take a look to see what else we got in August. Oh, Barbosa, I got one just for you. You'd love to talk about this one. Once Pando asks us our opinion on something. Well, that's a question for No Show because he played it. So No Show, that question is for you.
10-2. That's like a 50-50, to be honest, with the story and everything. I personally love it. It's okay. I like it, but 10 is way better than 10-2. Like I don't really think about too much about 10-2, to be honest. I really feel like 10 is like, where it kind of ended. Like, but yeah, I do understand that 10-2 exists. It's always like that. Like, for example, I'm sure since you mentioned Final Fantasy 13, you got 13-2, and then you got Lightning Returns. Like, it went off the crazy wazoo with the story, Like, it was a center story you had, it would have happened, and then out of nowhere expanded to something completely else. But yeah, I definitely think that 10, is like one of the best like Final Fantasy games. I mean, I know.
Wolf Noodles.
What's up, Wolf Noodles? What's going on, buddy?
Well, I like 12. I'm not sure if you like it. Some people hate it. And also, 7 is still, in my heart, like you, man.
7 will always be the best. I mean, granted, that's the only one I've ever played because I could never really get into the other ones. So I did want to try the new one that came out. It does look pretty interesting, but it doesn't look like the original Final Fantasy type style anymore. I kind of like the old style better than the newer style.
Well, Wolf Noodles, we're doing a rundown of the games of August that are coming out. To touch base with you, we talked about the Batman: The Telltale Season 2. We ran down Agents of Mayhem. We also talked about Uncharted, The Lost Legacy, and now we're going to move on to something Barbosa is very excited about, which I'm a little bit of interest in as well. When Miyamoto showed up on the Ubisoft stage and announced Mario and Rabbids. So Barbosa, what was your initial reaction on the on this announcement? Because I mean, everyone at E3 went completely insane. So what was your initial reaction?
At first, I was trying to figure out the game. That was like the first thing, the first reaction. I'm like, what kind of gameplay it is, like, and then it's like this strategy, almost like RTS-like gameplay. And I was just like, all right, I can deal with this. I think it's fun, like. The one fun fact about all of this is that actually, did you guys realize that Mario does not jump in that game? Do you know why?
What? I didn't even notice that. Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't notice that either.
Because Miyamoto said he will let the third-party games be on other like companies making it, like like you got the Dynasty Warrior like games and all like that. And literally, what it means is that basically he said if Mario jumps in another third-party game versus being a first-party, you won't allow it. So Mario will never jump in Warrior Rabbids.
That's crazy. That's fucking...
That is crazy. Headshot Dan,
it's pretty cool, though.
You're a big Mario fan, too. We all got Nintendo Switches. Headshot Dan, is that something that's on your radar?
I mean, it looks kind of fun, but I don't really see myself, getting off at work and then jumping on a Switch to play that. I'd rather play Mario Kart, Mario Party, or something like that, but I don't see myself playing with the Rabbids.
I think it's like you unwind and relax. You get me? Like,
yeah, I agree with you. It's one of those games where it seems like an RTS, a tower defense type thing, where you're about to go to bed and you don't want to play something like a shooter or anything like that. You want to play something that'll relax you. And I agree with you. It looks like something that will relax you, but I don't know. They only showed an easy level. I don't know if that game would completely relax you. That game also might frustrate you.
It looks like you can have some challenges to it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they showed an easy part of it, but I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know how.
I feel like it's like we haven't seen enough of it, honestly. Like we see some gameplay, but like mostly it was like trailers based. And I feel like this game is actually going to sell well because there's not many titles for the Switch right now of big caliber. So Ubisoft and Nintendo gathering together, it's like a big thing. I feel like a lot of people are going to play it just because they have neat titles for the system, so it might actually get a better rep because of that. Like maybe it will surprise you. Maybe it's going to be this awesome strategy game,
And then anything with Mario on the cover, especially Rabbids, it sells. I mean, the kids, if the kids are out there that have Switch, 100% they're heading right to Best Buy, GameStop, Target, etc. to pick this up. Amazon. I mean, this game's going to sell. Mario's on the cover, mixed with Rabbids. I mean, this crossover has been talked about for a long time.
Yeah.
At E3 when Miyamoto showed up on stage, everyone went berserk.
Yeah, that was
so
it's the factor, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, I initially thought maybe like a Mario Party with the Rabbids. That's what I initially thought, but maybe one day.
Yeah.
August 29th is the release date for Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. So Nintendo Switch fans out there. Devil May Cry. Well, the answer is I did, but out of a lot of frustration. To answer your question,
I did. See. I tried to take it as I played all Devil May Cry's 1 through 4. You know, the timeline is over the place with the titles, as you know. I still enjoyed it because I came in and I played this new Devil May Cry by Ninja Theory. Like, hey, let me give it a try. Let me see how it is. And I actually enjoyed the story. It's a new setup, you know, between him and Virgil fighting at the end. Spoilers alerts. Sorry, I don't know if anybody's.
It's fine to say it, so just go.
And then with the DLC for Virgil becoming evil, like fully embracing the evil side, so like they set up for a second game, but Capcom's been quiet about it. Like I actually enjoyed that game a lot. I thought the story was interesting, and now it's gonna go 1 through whatever title it is. It's not gonna go 1 and then 2 is actually 1 and 3 is actually the prequel. Like that's
Interesting. Interesting game. I only played the one on 360, the remake, where he was like a little emo Dante, whatnot, or hipster. Some people call them emo, some call them hipster. So
but he does get the white hair at the end. His hair does turn white, so it's not like they completely like cut that out.
Yeah, no, 100%. So a couple more games we got coming out for August. There's a few more. Cliffy B has returned onto the developing scene. If you don't know who Cliffy B is, just play Gears of War. Amazing games. He left Epic. He's making his own game now. It's called Lawbreakers. It's for the PS4 and the PC. Now, when we pull up the trailer here, I want the gameplay, Barbosa. I want to get your reaction. Headshot Dan, I know you like to play these games, also
it's like
Overwatch.
It's like a little Genji right there.
Yeah, like an Overwatch and everything. I want to know what your initial reaction is on the gameplay. How do you feel about it?
I've seen it. It looks awesome. It does remind me a little bit of the Overwatch in some sorts of aspects, but it's clearly.
McWally's 420. Welcome to the stream.
But this is a game I'm most definitely picking up because this game looks fun.
I think it's only $30 too. I mean, why not? For only $30. I mean,
I'm actually mad, man, that I missed the beta, man. And to be honest,
I missed the beta too. I missed it as well. I wanted to try it. They actually had the beta on PS4. I missed it.
Did you hear that? Like, kind of like you could only download the beta on the 28th. If you didn't get the beta within that time period, that's it. You were done. You're completely out of the beta.
Yeah. I mean, it looks interesting, and then for only $30, like Cliffy B was on stage, I was watching, he said, more games should do this. Multiplayer only. Why are we paying full $60 for what? I mean, $30 is a great bargain. It's multiplayer only, and it looks fun. I mean, I liked Overwatch, as you can see with my Tracer shirt. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Team Fortress, of course, and I know everyone's been playing Fortnite. That's been big as well. But for $30, I could, this is a little pick me up and play.
Later tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely a pick me up for $30. Barbosa, on the gameplay, how do you like the gameplay? This looks like a Genji from like Overwatch with the little gun. I got the sword.
You already know I'm all in that. To be honest,
Barbosa's all about Genji, like.
Yeah, Genji.
I haven't played in a while. Admit it.
I was more of a Reaper guy when I did play. Or Tracer, either or. It didn't matter. But this game looks fun for $30.
Did you guys pre-order yet? Or you guys plan on picking it up?
I'll probably pick it up on PS4. Like I said, $30.
It doesn't look. Really, I'm just waiting for it gets near stage.
Yeah, I'll pick it up digital. 100%. And Dan, what are you gonna PC?
No, I'm gonna probably get it. Yeah, probably actually. I mean, if you're gonna get it on PlayStation, I'll probably get it on PC.
And also, the release date's right around the corner. It's August 8th. So you got Batman Episode 1 coming out August 8th. You got Lawbreakers, and Cliffy B returns to this video game scene. So, I mean, everything Cliffy B has made has been good. So hopefully, this works out.
For pretty sure he's responsible for we actually having covers in certain third-party games.
Yeah, no, absolutely, 100%. And hopefully more games like this only coming out for about the price tag that it's coming out on, because again, it is a little ridiculous that multiplayer game only games are, coming out a full $60 price tag. It gets, it's bullshit at times.
I'm too busy watching this trailer.
Yeah, well, the person who's playing sucks. I mean, I'm sorry that we picked this person that's playing right now, but they're bad. I mean, I haven't seen them get one single kill. I've just seen them die every single time. But it looks really chaotic. But hopefully this guy actually gets a kill and does something. We promise it's not any of us. It's not.
It's not any of us.
I would not play if I kept dying like 800 times. Oh, there's a kill right there. There you go. There we go.
And I definitely wouldn't be a Genji either. So.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this character. I need like guns, close quarters, distance. I'm not good with something like that, with swords and everything like that. No way.
Well, it kind of reminds me of like a Quake.
Yeah,
Quake is awesome. I love Quake. Yeah, you should be Quake. Quake is going to be only PC, so you should be on that Quake Arena.
I used to play the original like Quake tournament games and arena games. It was so much fun.
Well, it's time to make a comeback.
Yeah.
It changed so much, though. It changed so much for me.
Oh, price tag. It gets, But now we got about 2 games left on the rundown, so we'll run them down real quick. If you're a classic Sonic fan, we have Sonic Mania. Bringing it back to the roots. I don't know if you or anyone's getting it. Barbosa, did you see that pre-order edition, which is sold out, the collector's edition, where it's like Sonic standing on the Sega Genesis?
Yeah, I did. Appealing, but I'm just like
$70.
Not bad.
If you got that collector's edition, it's $70. But I believe they're releasing it digital for only $20. So if you didn't get your hands on that collector's edition, the standalone game is just $20, and it's not bad at all.
No,
and it brings it back to the roots. Do you think this is a make or break for Sega as far as Sonic goes?
Sonic's always been a pretty big favorite. I think I'll do just fine.
Yeah. I know, but he's fallen on some times.
Thanks for the follow, LM.
Thank you for the follow, LM. Appreciate it. Basically, Green Hill Zone, that's like the staple opener for Sonic as far as level goes.
You guys remember watching the cartoons when you were younger? Oh man, used to watch watching cartoons.
What? Those were terrible.
I don't give a crap, man. Those were awesome.
Those were shit. I mean, those were bad. But I mean,
to me, I loved them. So
I just think Sonic needs a rebound after all the bad games we've gotten it from Sonic, which has been I think the last good Sonic I played was Generations. After that, it's been terrible. Yes, it is. That's Jensen Ackles from Supernatural.
Yep, it is. Love Supernatural.
But yeah, it's definitely awesome. For $20, I'm definitely getting it. It just sucks. I wanted the collector's edition, but Amazon screwed me. Then I went to GameStop to pre-order it. They sold out, so no special Sonic edition for me. I got to get the regular $20 edition.
See the positive side. $50
yeah.
Save.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you're right about that. I did say $50. Dan, would you be picking it up?
I think I will be, actually. I mean, I love
Sonic.
I can always go back to it.
It's a classic Sonic, man. And they also, I read that they added some new levels to it as well. It's not strictly like the old school one, but definitely. Jensen Ackles is the man, too. Man Crush Monday, Jensen Ackles.
Thanks for the follow, Pando.
Pando, thank you as well. August 15th for Sonic Mania, so there's that. And again, I agree with No Show.
There's quite a few good games coming out this month, so it's not a terrible month compared to, July or June.
Yeah, no, like we touched on earlier at the beginning of the show. Like No Show said, Injustice and Injustice was the heavy hitter. Many felt that Mass Effect was going to be a heavy hitter, but the mixed reviews and
The
everything.
face issues.
No, it's okay. GFC out. Everyone thought that Mass Effect was going to be huge. I mean, to me, it was. I thought it was awesome, but the mixed reviews and at launch, it was a bad launch. No more Fable games, I know.
Yeah,
Very disappointing. I really wasn't looking forward to Fable Legends, though. To be honest,
I
wanted to.
I played it quite a bit. Oh my god, I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. Like, what were you thinking?
I wanted Fable 4. The problem was after Fable 3, that was such a flop. Then they released the Kinect Fable, which God knows why they did that. And then they came out with Fable Legends, and
Did Fable Legends officially release, or is it still in the beta?
It was on the beta phase. It was
on the beta
tested.
phase. Yeah.
Some people were actually really enjoying it, but it was like a mixed crowd. You know, some people love it, some people extremely
I couldn't
hate
do it. I hated it so much.
It was not Fable. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not only that, it was old day studios, so that studio's gone. So.
Good, I'm glad.
I mean, who knows for the future? Who knows for the future of Fable? But the big problem was Fable 3 was, we were lied to about the story and what was going to happen,
You know what?
and then they released, the Kinect
Just
Fable
make
game.
us all happy and just give us one more Fable game. A good story Fable game. Because that would sell. That would sell tremendously.
Fable 2's backwards compatible, so you can
Yeah,
play
it is.
Fable 2.
I have it. I have it.
Fable 2's backwards compatible. That's the best Fable game. So, now we'll just move on to our final game, which is
Oh, hey, yeah, me too.
Pat's
She could stand up. It's
You
all
can
right.
stand up.
She can wave hi. It's not a big deal.
It's okay.
She can say hi to everybody. It's not a
Wait,
big deal.
Is Gina down there?
Yeah, tell Gina to say hi. What the hell?
She can say hi. No, she doesn't want to.
Hi,
Oh,
Gina.
Yeah. Say hi. What is she doing? Get up off the floor.
She doesn't want to be show up.
You'll bring some more guy viewers in. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, man. So we'll just move on to the final game real quick, and then we'll talk about some other things really fast. The final game of August. I'm a huge football fan. I know Dan is an MLS fan who gives a crap. No Show has played the game, so there is some slight interest for him. It's Madden 18. Now, Headshot Dan, I do have a good question for you. Madden is introducing the story mode that was in FIFA. Now, you tell us how that was, and do you think Madden will be the same? Do you think how long was it? What you did? Just kind of touch base what you did in the FIFA story mode.
So I think EA did a fabulous job bringing in the story base. Something I probably would never expected to ever happen, but as it introduced, I saw it in what the fuck was that conference called? I can't even remember the conference. All right. Anyways, when they showed the trailer, and I was like, this actually looks pretty cool. And then I actually played it. It's not a very long story though. It's only a few hours long, and you start out as Hunter, and
yeah.
you start at a low rank, and the point is to work your way up the ranks to eventually go on international or your club. I ended it in a club, so I didn't get to play the start of the club matches because I'm guessing that's gonna be in the next FIFA. They're continuing in the next FIFA, but I think it was great that they brought it to football because I think it would be good for it. Have you ever thought that they would bring a story mode to a football game? Like, that's crazy. I would never expected that either.
It's really interesting that EA's going in this direction now with bringing in story type modes. We've seen it in like different football games, but not too much as their main staples, as in Madden, as in FIFA. How long? So when you got called up to international, was the story mode done, or did you?
It doesn't end there. Like, it ended when I finally got signed to like a big team. I'm trying to remember who I signed with. I think I signed with like Chelsea. I think it was, and then the story cuts off. Your manager comes to see you, they talk, and it cuts off from there. So I mean, I think it was about when I played it 5 to 8 hours, depending if you replay some matches or if you're trying to get a better score in certain points of it, which I did. So it wasn't too long of a story. I could see in the football game will probably be a bit longer because it's football. I don't know how their seasons work, but I think after that, NHL is probably gonna get one next. So
Yeah, and yeah, absolutely. I could see that too because I read that EA is going to start introducing more of this stuff into their games because it's been successful. I think FIFA was the test run, and now that was successful, so now they're going to move it on to their other games.
Yeah.
Also on the cover is Tom Brady. So who saw that one? Who was surprised about that? Nobody. There's two different editions. There's the GOAT edition. There's the regular edition. The GOAT edition is for players that are heavy into the Ultimate Team, as most people who play EA games are. And it could be for FIFA. It could be for NHL. Ultimate Team has taken over online play.
100%.
Online play, pretty much, yeah. I mean, no one even really plays regular online as much anymore. Everyone's on Ultimate Team
or co-op.
and the co-op and everything.
It is
So
an expensive addiction for sure.
yes, it is.
It is.
There
It
are
really is,
other
though.
people that pay for it. I mean, there are other people that put their own money to get those packs, man. It's
Trust me,
suck you
I-
dry.
I've watched a couple of viewers opening packs, dropping hundreds, just opening packs and shit. Like, whoa, man!
You get
I
those
mean,
legendary packs, and
such a
they're
great-
like 99
it's a great
overall.
game, but I wouldn't drop $100 to get a good player. That's just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot. August 25th is Madden. Definitely excited for it. I've been playing it since I was a little kid every year. I know Barbosa picks it up here and there, but if Barbosa, you do pick it up, get it for PS4 because that's what I'm getting it on.
Got it.
And I can't wait. Another new features they introduced. There's going to be new wide receiver, new catches, of course. They said they're going to beef up the corners, so we'll see. Madden, they always say they do this, but to me, it's always been the same game. But they're using now the Frostbite engine, which has now been a staple in all of most EA games now. The Frostbite engine is going to be in pretty much looks like in every game now. So, and that engine looks amazing.
Yeah, it actually, the graphics look pretty good in it too. So that's a plus.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
those are our rundowns of games of August. If you guys are watching, write down in the comments what games you're excited for. If there's something that caught your interest, those are the games of August. And like we touched on at the beginning, 2017 game. This is the start. These are the looks like the heavy hitters are starting to come out. Normally you have to wait till September, but no, August is out there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good month, and it's only gonna get better, hopefully from here.
So I will probably say Jennifer Aniston and The Rock. His name's not Dwayne Johnson, it's The Rock. So that's the answer to your question.
And it is a strange question, but we don't mind.
I mean, I gotta say Jennifer Aniston, man.
Jennifer
She's
Aniston,
gorgeous.
You know how old she is, and she still looks that fucking good. Oh
She
my
stood. I
goodness.
mean, that's what happens, man. You got money. You're 50 years old. You could still look like you're fucking 35.
I don't think I've ever seen a hotter woman at the age of 50 that looks like
Yeah,
that. Jesus.
yeah, she is. She is ridiculous. Barbosa, who do you? The Rock, anyone?
Oh, no,
Maybe
sorry.
you know?
The Rock after a couple of beers. I don't know.
Nah, I mean The Rock would probably kick Vin Diesel's ass in real life. To be honest with you, you see what The Rock is a fucking monster.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure The Rock would whoop some ass.
Yeah, he is a monster. You see The Rock?
Yeah, nice rock bottom to that little people's elbow right there.
Yeah, and then give Vin Diesel people's elbow. Fucking
Look at that candy whoop ass.
yeah, pretty much. And also, good night, Pando. If you did leave, you said you were going to bed. Good night.
Yep.
Thank you for coming on.
We do stream the podcast every Thursday, so stop by.
And also, we will have giveaways again. We did have a giveaway. We did give away a PlayStation card. So we'll also be doing stuff like that. We'll give away PlayStation Network cards, Xbox currency, so stuff like that. So definitely keep coming back on the stream.
Take it easy, man.
For
Hope to see you
giveaways.
soon,
Take
man.
it easy, Bando.
Alright, so what's the next agenda here?
Well, I think we should go to you, Dan. You picked up Fortnite, so tell us.
Oh, we're jumping all the way down to Fortnite, huh? Alright.
Yeah, we're jumping around to Fortnite, man, because Fortnite, I've seen everyone on my Xbox friends list been playing it. I've heard a lot of good things, so I'm looking for you to sell it to me. Sell to me, man.
You know, I was
Well-
like, I was very skeptical, very skeptical. But I gotta say, after playing it for quite a bit, you know, I'm not that far into. I think I'm like almost 15 right now, and I'm about to get my second castle or land or whatever the hell you want to call it. But basically, the way it works is when you start, you open up a couple packs, and there's a couple different characters that you can pick to start with. See, I picked a I forgot what she was called, a commando, or she's just the artillery. So basically, you go in and it's online only, so there is no single player. So basically, what you gotta do is you gotta get some wood or some metal or some stone, and you gotta build around the objective. For example, one mission would be a rocket.
Hey Dan, I got a question for you. The free version, is it true that you can't play online without the Founders Packs or something like that?
No, that's not true. You can, with the standard, you can still play online, and I think the standard's $40. I think it is. Yeah, it's $40 the standard. But it's actually becoming free to play next year. But right now, it's part of the Xbox preview.
So is this game like a Team Fortress, an Overwatch, or is it?
It's kind of neither of them. Because it has its own thing. So basically, like I was saying, you collect your materials, you build walls and defenses around your building. So let's say you saw the thing on the floor, it's a spike wall, or that when monsters step above it, it spikes. So the point is to keep the zombies away from the objective before they blow up the rocket ship.
So it's like a horde mode, kinda.
Exactly, a horde mode, but where you build to protect.
Okay.
That's cool.
And you know, I was very skeptical, but when I started first playing, I was like, you know, this is actually really cool. Everything in the map is pretty much destroyable, so you can break down houses, you get materials that you need, you can find chests to find schematics to rebuild weapons, because everything you have to build. So you build your weapons, you build your traps, you build your walls, you build everything. So I mean, it's very good. It's a little grindy when you at the first start of the match. So you do have to go out. You have to go get your materials to build your base. And after certain parts of the missions, you have to defend your actual base. Like you get your own home base, where you have to build and protect your own bases from hordes that are coming in. And it's actually very cool. I mean, as you can see, as a trailer, it doesn't show much of the gameplay, but it shows a part of the concept that you do have to protect from hordes. So it's actually a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things on it, and $40 is good. And then I know they have the other editions too, but I've heard a lot of good things on this game, and I know they announced it a while ago. It's good to see Epic back again. I was a big fan of Epic when, of course, Gears of War. I mean, so they announced this a while ago to E3. This was announced.
Yeah, Fortnite's been announced multiple times.
Yeah, it's been announced for a while. But right now, like I said, it's $40. You get the founder pack. One is 60, one is 90, and then you get the super founders, which is 150. And basically, between all the founders, you get extra experience boost.
$150.
And
Makes sense.
You get extra card bonuses towards materials, characters, and whatnot. Because
yeah, and I was going to ask you, is it made by Epic? It is, right?
Yeah, it's Epic. Yeah, it's made by Epic.
They did a similar thing with Paragon, so I'm not really surprised. Like, it's the same like format and sales. Like,
yeah, and you know the thing is, it has a skill tree. So as you level up, you get skill points, and you have to figure out which way you want to go on the skill tree. So you go by making a character stronger, getting more resource materials, and then they have the research area, which. What the hell are you guys looking at? You guys are both looking the same way.
So I am listening to you. I was just looking at the TV. I'm listening.
You get research points every couple of minutes, and then you have to extra collect. So even when you're not playing, you're still collecting resource points to improve your research. So it's very cool, man. It's a very cool game. I would definitely suggest picking it up.
Yeah, I'm looking for like another multiplayer game to get besides Rainbow Six Siege. Well, besides Siege, that's all.
Yeah, I told you, bro, $15, and I got you.
Yeah, that's right. Barbosa, did Dan sell you?
yeah, it's something I'm looking over. Like, it's definitely something I might get eventually. It's just like you know, like so many hours you can put, like, and be like, yo, I can't play all these games, you know.
Yeah, they're all coming. They're all starting to pump it out now, and they're going to be in trouble. Speaking of Rainbow Six Siege, alpha packs are finally here. Dan Barbosa, I know we've opened a couple. Have you guys gotten anything good? You remember?
I actually got an epic skin.
You got an epic skin?
I only opened up one skin, and you actually always get an epic skin on the first open.
Oh.
Sorry to kill some dreams.
Hey, it's all right. The other day I got a decently rare charm. Actually, I got a zombie bunny charm now. Yeah. So I was very excited that I opened that. So it's crazy. It is crazy what this game has turned into. A game that got so-so reviews, and then when the Brazil DLC came out, it just exploded. And now look at it. Now we're on season 2.
Smile, I know, so.
Operation Health has been a disaster so far, but other than that, I mean,
Operation Health is in beta.
Yeah,
it'll be released with the first operator.
Yeah, it's an alpha. That's what it's in.
I would definitely recommend any person that actually gets it. Definitely get the season pass year 2, like, so you're already set up. Like,
get both of them. Get season 1. Get season 2.
Yeah, and if you're a season pass holder, you get an extra percentage when it comes to opening packs, so you'll get more experience towards packs.
I think also they have a bundle anyway, digital, where it has both season 1 and season 2 already bundled with Siege. So if you are looking to pick up Rainbow Six Siege, that would be the one to get. The season pass isn't 100% worth it. I was playing it earlier, as I always do. So, I mean, this has been my best season so far.
Yeah, also if you have the season pass, you also get
the renown bonuses as well.
You get renown bonuses, and when buying packs, you get it cheaper. You get a percentage off buying packs, which is pretty neat. Which right now it's actually you can't pay money to buy packs, which is I love a lot. So that's really neat.
What, the R6 credits? I thought you can use the R6 credits. You can't
use the R6 credits.
No. Oh. Well. So that's the touch on the alpha packs. Dan, Edshot, you got anything else?
For Rainbow?
Well, just in general, what else we can add here? Well, actually, here we go. For PlayStation Plus subscribers and Gold subscribers, which, if you're not either of or, then PS Plus I understand, but Xbox Live Gold, if you're not a Gold member, I have no idea what the hell's going on. But let's run down the free games for both. And what we're going to do is we're going to compare which one wins for the month, basically. So, let's see. Xbox Live free games, August.
Yo, Buddha, what's going on, bro?
Hey, Xbox fans, let's celebrate.
Buddha's in here. What's up, Buddha?
So yeah, let's break it down. I'm actually pretty excited for one of the games.
So I'm gonna break down August, and if anyone wants to pull up PlayStation really quick, if you can just pull that up real quick. Games of August: Slime Rancher, Trials Fusion, Run Bow, and then for 360, which these games are backwards compatible, Bayonetta, and Red Faction Armageddon. So.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Trials Fusions. Like, that game is fun, man. Like I played it a lot with Diego. Oh my god, I whooped his ass hard. But yeah, the game was a lot of fun.
Trials has always been fun. I was a big fan of Trials, and it's free. Why not?
The DLC is cool too. There's a DLC that you can like ride a unicorn, I think, or something like that.
Oh my god, that sounds about right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But so this is what they're going up against though for PlayStation: Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, Downwell, Just Cause 3. If you're PlayStation 3, Snake Ball, and Super Motherload. Now the difference is that PS3 games are not backwards compatible to PS4. So those games on 360 like Bayonetta, Red Faction Armageddon, which Red Faction Armageddon is a great game, but Armageddon was a little bit of a disappointment because it was more linear compared to Guerrilla. If you played that game, that was the game before Armageddon. And Bayonetta, of course, hack and slash. That was a
Yeah.
everyone loves that game. But let's compare now. So I said that we know the Xbox games. Now we know the PlayStation games. I'm gonna start with you, Dan. Which one do you think has the edge on with the free games this month?
Well, what didn't Just Cause? Wasn't that already a game for Xbox?
No, Just Cause 3 is the most recent.
Okay, so it was number 2 then, right?
Number 2, yeah, number 2. Just Cause 3, I believe, came out towards the end of 2015. That's when Just Cause 3 came out.
It's kind of a little bit tough because I'm not that big of a fan of the PlayStation lineup too much. I do really am looking forward to Tribal Fusions right now. It's probably one of the big games I'm waiting for. I might play Red Faction. I enjoyed that game. I'm not sure about you guys, but those are 2 games I would definitely play once they release. But when it comes to the PlayStation game, I'll probably just download them just to have them. But I don't think I would just play them.
No show.
Yeah, I mean, Just Cause is cool. I mean, but it's not like nothing. Like, it's a good open world. Like, destruction, can't take it seriously. Definitely, I agree with Dan. I also like Bayonetta. I think that's a really big title. There's a lot of fans about it. It's a good hack and slash, other than Devil May Cry. And the thing is, you have a title like that, save it into your library, right? And there's people that are getting the Xbox One X are benefited for it, so the game is actually going to perform even better on it. So for me, it's like, hey, I get to play this hack and slash back again for free. I'm all in,
Yeah, definitely.
How do you feel about the PlayStation lineup?
It's all right. Usually they have usually a strong lineup, but it's been on and off lately. Until Dawn wasn't too long ago. That was a good title.
That was last month. Yeah, that was last month. Yeah, Until Dawn was huge. I mean, I love that game.
Yeah.
It's on and off. I mean, a lot of things that they're doing now with PlayStation Plus is more like price discounts on actual upcoming games, digital ones. Like you could get like Patapon Remaster for I think $11.99, Pyre for $17.99. There's a couple games that they're giving discounts on, so I think I don't know if they're focusing more on that or not, but it's definitely happening more often, the discounts versus actually having crazy amazing games all the time, all the time. Xbox is, I think, similar in a way. You get some titles that you want, some titles that you don't, and I think it's for every person it's different.
The way I feel, I think both months are a strong lineup. Xbox One, to me, is, besides Trial Fusion, a little bit weak. But on the 360 end, you do get some good titles. You do get Bayonetta for people like that who love hack and slash. Again, I mentioned Red Faction Armageddon. It was a good game, but it wasn't as good as Guerrilla, which was more open world. Armageddon kind of toned down to was more linear. Mm-hmm. I think PlayStation has a really strong lineup. I mean, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry was a DLC for Black Flag, which that's everyone's one of their favorites, Assassin's Creed. Just Cause 3 is a highly underrated game for those who love Grand Theft Auto, like that type of mayhem, Saints Row. Just Cause 3 is just like that. I mean, it's awesome. I think they have a really strong lineup, but again, the big problem with PlayStation is PS3 games, obviously they can't be played on PS4, so, their PS3 games are a little bit weak, so it's really not that big of a deal, but I'm going to give the edge to PlayStation this month. Last month they did great as well with Until Dawn. That was huge. All month Until Dawn was free. That was a
they seem
big one.
To get more big titles, almost triple A titles come through more often than anything else, to be honest with PlayStation.
On PlayStation, yeah. Xbox is starting to get there. I mean, they had some triple A. They had
But you know what they do? They have the advantage with the backwards compatibility. I think that's amazing for them. The fact that they can pull the backwards compatible titles, the major ones, and it's like, hey guys, there you go for free.
Absolutely. So, what did you give the edge to? Xbox or PlayStation?
The only way but this is personal, I would say it's Xbox for me because of Bayonetta. I personally own Just Cause 3 already. That's the only reason. But for people that haven't played it, I think it's a really good choice, actually. So I will say it's tied right now.
You give it to Ty Headshot. Who do you give the edge to? I believe you said Xbox, right?
Yep.
Xbox. All right. So I got PlayStation. We got a tie. Dan got Xbox. Buddha, if you're still in here, you got to break the tie, man. We have a tie in here. You got to break this tie. Whoever's in chat, break the tie right now. We ran it down. I say PlayStation. Dan says Xbox. Barbosa says tie. So, I mean, you got to break the tie here, Buddha. Help us out if you're still in here. Hopefully somebody's in here to break the tie. Dan, what do you think?
What do you mean? What do I think? I already
think
said I'm with Xbox on this one.
I know. I'm PlayStation. Barbosa said tie. We gotta break it here. It's 2-2.
All right, Gina, you're up.
Yeah, Gia, break the tie. Ask her what she thinks. So let's just let's recap real quick. Games of August, really fast. We'll just do another quick rundown. For those, if anyone that's joining us that missed it, we'll run it down real quick. Games of August. We have Batman Telltale, August 8th. We have Madden. Xbox Bayonetta is a breaker, damn it. All right, so Buddha broke it. He says Xbox.
There you go.
We got Madden 18. We have Agents of Mayhem, Life is Strange, Before the Storm, Sonic Mania, Uncharted, The Lost Legacy, Mario and Rabbids, Kingdom Battle, and we have Lawbreaker. So August is looking really good. And then, of course, it is a good start to end the summer, and then we kick into the fall in September. Headshot Dan, anything else you would like to add, sir?
I guess before we stop it and call it a night, I guess really quick we could bring up our thoughts of the Atari box. Have you guys checked that out at all?
I saw the announcement. I did not see the trailer.
All right. Well, this is a trailer about to be played. Well, let me reset that. There, boom. And it looks really nice. Come on, Alex. How have you not seen this no show?
I've seen it, but I still need to see it more. It's it's like kind of there. I need to know what's inside the hood.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, I don't think they really talked about much about what kind of games we're gonna have. That's a weird. They haven't really talked about much about what was gonna be under it or a full list of games or anything like that.
I'm assuming the classics. No, maybe like Pac-Man, Pong, because after the 2600, I mean, there really wasn't any good games after that.
Well, honestly, Pat, it's actually it's a new system. It's not. It's gonna have the classics, but it's actually a console, like a new.
This is a brand new console. This ain't a remake. I mean, this is definitely not gonna have, the graphics that an Xbox is gonna have or PlayStation is gonna have. I mean, this is something I could probably see like specs like maybe a Nintendo Switch, maybe like something along those lines. I don't think it's gonna be too powerful, and it's really too early to guess the price on how much we're gonna be seeing since we don't know anything at all about it. But hopefully,
I hope they're not looking to compete because they got a lot of ground. So they got to climb a long mountain. To catch up.
It's gonna be hard because the Switch is a pretty good console, and if you're gonna bring the Atari, that's not gonna stand a match versus an Xbox or a PlayStation. There's just no way.
Get it.
Yeah. No way.
I mean, like I said, just don't be surprised if this is like just a retro type thing because Sega just announced they're doing a retro.
Or it's a Nvidia Shield equal or something like that within that realm.
Real quick, I want to hear you guys' opinions. Is it gonna flop? Do you guys think it's gonna flop?
If they're looking to compete with the today's generation, yeah, it's gonna flop. But if it's just a classic console, then it should be fine.
No show?
I need to see more. I'm not gonna give an opinion. I'm still kind of in a blank period. I don't know where to lead with this. I need to know what's under the hood first, what kind of games they're trying to give us, and what classics they're trying to bring to it. That's the major play for them. Without
Yeah.
price point, without power under the hood, I don't know. Like it's like you're like a 50-50. Like what's really gonna happen? Who is he competing with? Is it like you guys said, the Xbox or PlayStation, or is it actually the Nintendo Switch for a smaller, less powerful system? Like it's like you don't know where it's leading. So that's why I was like, maybe it's an Nvidia Shield. Some people have it, some people don't. Maybe it's in between.
Yeah, I think this console probably advertised more towards the older generation, more than
Yeah.
anything, because not many of these kids' generations are gonna know what an Atari is. I mean, regardless.
Oh,
So,
100%. It's only for a few of us. Like for the '90s kids and below.
Not even us. I don't even say even us.
well,
I don't even say us.
We're aware of it.
I was aware-
I've played on it quite a few times, so I mean.
I mean-
some of us. How about that? The '80s kid, maybe.
Yeah, like I said, if they pumped out a classic console like Sega's doing with the Genesis again, I mean they've had it for a while, and what Nintendo's doing now, it makes sense. But if they're looking to compete, like I said, they have a long mountain to climb.
Yeah,
They
it's
missed out.
definitely a hard
They
one.
missed out after the Atari Jaguar, which was a complete disaster. They have a long mountain to climb to catch up, and if they're looking to do that, they're going to.
No, so like
Yeah.
the thing is that you got to look into like the controller, right? We have three main types of controllers that we are used to, like like the Switch controllers, the PS4 and Microsoft are predominant in the community now.
Well,
So-
now you got the Pro controller. The Pro controllers.
Oh yeah, but they
Yeah.
all have a similar factor, like how we're gonna make that, how they're gonna make an Atari box, controller that's gonna get the fans used to it.
Yep.
How the operating system is gonna run. What kind of, is it a Steam-based item, or they're gonna have their own disk proprietary technology? These are all questions that we have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. This is me hoping it won't flop. I can't wait to see more about it.
100%, I agree with
I
you.
guess we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah.
So we're about to call it a night. It's one thing that we're gonna bring up is our YouTube segments are coming back, and I could say that we will be doing our first time plays again, and I guess mine will probably be Life is Strange #1.
That well, you and I both agreed that we picked a game, so I'm picking Life is Strange, and then you got to pick one for me. So
And I wanted to shoot for our first segment. I would like to shoot for our first segments in the end of August. Me and Pat have some planning to do. So we'll definitely keep more updates on that.
also,
Yeah, I have a game for Pat.
Yeah. What do you
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
got? Well, whoa! You can't say fuck that because remember I'm picking, bro.
You never mind.
I should.
You never
I should.
mind.
I shouldn't have agreed. I shouldn't have agreed with that.
Can't
You know,
that in mind.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So, also, guys, when we go through, I know it's far away, but the entire month of October, check Dan and I out on the channel and on YouTube. We'll be playing. It's just gonna be a straight horror month. So, in our mom's basement horror month. Check us out through October. I already have a game in mind for Dan to play, and we'll both be streaming it. So, we're ready.
Yeah, hopefully Pat will get some Dead by Daylight. We'll play, But I
The
guess
whole month.
Well, we
the
do,
whole
we-
month.
We do got some segments coming out. We can't wait to share it with
But-
everyone.
But that's the month of October. Looking forward to that. And then the month we got some good stuff cooking up. We have some other segments we're going to be working on with collaborating with No Show as well.
And his
Oh.
focus is gone.
Because team with him figure something out.
I'm pretty sure Buddha is going to be joining us on some segments too. So no, we got some stuff in the works. Well, I guess we'll see what happens from here.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're back again in our mom's basement. There's our new logo.
Pat, you're breaking out.
Yeah, I think Pat froze.
Guys, that's our new logo. Follow us. I'm repeating what he's trying to say. There you go. He's back.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, I'm back. All right. Sorry. That's our new logo. It's definitely better than their old one. Headshot Dan and I had to open up our wallets for that one. So, that was good.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Very much appreciate all support today. We'll definitely catch you guys Thursday for the next podcast, or you can catch us on Mixer and Twitch for some Rainbow Six Siege. Probably tomorrow. And,
Follow us on Twitter also to find out when we're going to be doing giveaways.
Yeah,
Right,
guys,
right.
definitely stay tuned.
There is the Twitter information. But take it easy, guys. Have a good one. Have a good night. See you guys next week.
Take it easy.
Take care, guys.